It's been a while since I've made a podcast. I live in Newfoundland, Canada. It's an island on the East Coast, and our winter has been pretty long and dreary and uninspiring to me, and I've been not feeling like chatting on the internet very much. But I'm back, and hopefully back doing a regular thing now that I can get outside and walk more and just feel better about life in general. Even though it's still not really spring here, sadly, it's like our version of spring, which is still cold, like maybe 3-5 degrees Celsius, and today it's gray and rainy-ish, but it's not windy and it's not snow, so that's a win for here. I'm really excited about making this podcast today because it's May, which in the making community is referred to as Me Made May, and it's a really fun month for people on Instagram who like to make things to wear, like knitting and sewing, whatever you like to do, and kind of show off the things that you've made and the things that you wear. For me, it's a good time to kind of throw it all together. I do usually wear my me-made clothes every day anyways, but it's a good time to kind of consider, what do I have? What kind of holes need to be filled in my wardrobe that are still handmade, some things that I need. So today I would like to chat about some of the things that I've made over the past month or so since the last time I've made an episode. So I've done some sewing and I've done some knitting, and I'll show both of those things. I'll chat about a project that I'm working on, a couple of projects that I'm working on, and I'll chat about some projects that I want to work on. So let's get started on some things that I've already made. I think since the last time, I don't think I showed this in the last episode, but I don't remember. I probably should have gone through that episode to see what's there, but I didn't. So one thing I finished is this Lopi Tunic. It's a really oversized sweater. It has a split hem. It's knit with 2 strands of the like natural black sheep Plotulopi, and it's by at Bee Mandarin, Melody Hoffmann. I've made a good few of her patterns now, and they never ever disappoint. They are always beautifully written, beautifully photographed. I just think her Instagram is beautiful and so inspiring. So this sweater is so comfortable. I've been wearing this a lot since in winter. It's a great, like, in the house, wrapped up, cozy kind of sweater. One thing so this sweater, it has these like beautiful little holes that I was supposed to go through with a crochet hook and make these braids, and I didn't do it because I just wanted to wear it and I was being lazy, but it's like one of my favorite parts of the pattern, so I really need to do that. I need to do that. My problem is that when I finished this sweater, I really wanted to make another sweater in black, which is what I'm wearing now, and I had the idea, and I was like, ooh, I purchased way too much of this black wool. I'm gonna cast on another. So I immediately cast on another one, and then I ended up just like playing yarn chicken with this cardigan I'm wearing now, and I don't have enough of the black Plotulopi to do the little braids. I guess I could do them in another color, but I don't want to, so I'm gonna have to order more to do the braids, because I really want the braids. They're really nice. They go all down the raglan, they go across the neck, they go around the wrist and down at the bottom here. And I love braids and I love really plain knitting with just little bits of detail that are, you know, kind of precious, that I think most people wouldn't even really pay really close attention to, but it's always, for me, my favorite features. I have a little reel on Instagram where I show off wearing this, if you want to watch that. I'm not going to put it on right now because that's like a whole to-do. Anyway, I love this sweater so much. Melody Hoffmann is amazing. So that's one that I did. That one took a while because it's really big, but not as long as you think, because 2 strands of Plotulopi knit up pretty quickly. So I guess I'll go into the one I'm wearing now, which I'm bad and I haven't blocked it yet, but I'm wearing it a lot. I need to block it because actually it makes such a difference when you block something. So right here, the button band keeps like rolling in on me. And it's not as cute as when it's out. So I keep having to kind of bring it out. But this is the, hold on, I'll back you up a little bit. Okay, this is the Traveler's Cardigan by Ozetta. And it's like a boxy little crop cardigan. It has balloon sleeves, which are my favorite. I love fluffy balloon sleeves. And I think too, once I block it, like this will settle, you know, it's still kind of like all bunched up, and it'll be more of that kind of like loose, oversized, kind of off the shoulder cardigan look that I'm looking for. I've discovered something about myself when it comes to knitting, and I didn't really realize it before, that for cardigan patterns, I love the cardigan patterns that have a really straight front that button all the way up, rather than like a V-neck or like lower kind of open neck. I really like this style that buttons all the way up. And again, see, it's kind of like pulling here because I haven't blocked it yet. I know when I block it, it will just look like, come on, it's so cute. I love it. Ozetta, again, she never disappoints either. I love Ozetta patterns. I've done many of them now at this point. She's one of my all-time favorite designers. Yeah, so I really, really love this. I'll bring you close again. Okay. Oh, now my chair's back too far. Okay, so I'm actually really, really warm wearing this sweater inside right now. It's really humid, even though it's kind of cold out. It's, all right, this'll do. So yes, this sweater is also knit with 2 strands of Plotulopi. I got these buttons to make a coat, and then I didn't make that coat. I made something different. But I got these buttons from Merchant and Mills, and they're like stamped brass. They have like a really like antique-y kind of look to them. And I really love them very, very much. A good button really kind of makes the cardigan, you know? It gives it flair. So I really love these buttons. And they smell like brass. You can smell them. They feel really like natural. Yeah, so this pattern is perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it. You should make it. It's a staple kind of style cardigan. I feel like it could go in any wardrobe. It looks nice with skirts, dresses, jeans. It doesn't matter. It's great. I love it. Okay. I think as far as knitting, I've only done one other thing, and that is this It's like a little shallet. And I knit this with Hanarok Air Nutiden. This wool is beautiful. I feel like it's not coming up well enough on the video here. It has oranges and grays and rust all going through it. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's soft and fluffy. It's like, it feels almost like it has mohair in it, but it doesn't, because it really has that beautiful halo. And because it's unspun, it's so light and just soft and just amazing, amazing, amazing. This pattern is by Anna, I don't know how to say her last name. I've made a good few patterns by her now. This pattern is wonderful. I love it a lot because it has, the shawl part isn't really large, but the wingspan is nice and long. So I personally wear mine like this, kind of as a scarf. And it's just the right length. It doesn't, sometimes if these are too short, they, you know, they'll fall off or whatever. Yes, I love this. It's soft and cozy and perfect, and too warm for right now. It's a really super simple pattern. I teach knitting workshops, and I'm always looking for patterns that I can recommend to beginners, where they feel like they're actually making something, not just knitting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because I think once you've learned how to do the knit stitch, wanting to do something that feels a little bit more like you're doing something inspires you to want to continue. So actually, my daughter, who is 8, well no, she's 7, she'll be 8 this year. She's 7 years old. I taught her how to knit a couple of years ago, and she does it every now and then kind of thing. But she's got the knit stitch figured out. And so basically all you have to do for this, once you've cast on, is you do knit stitches and yarn overs, and anybody can do that. If you know how to knit, you can do that. So she is making her own, and I should show that off to you guys on YouTube or on Instagram one day and show you how far she's come along. And she's so excited about it. It's so cute. And it's pink, of course, and just so sweet and girly. And she's so thrilled that she's actually making something. So yeah. And actually, speaking of that, Aura and I, that's her name, her and I watched a podcast the other day. And it's this really sweet podcast where it's a mother and daughter. They live in the Yukon. I'll link it below. She bought a bag from me, and she showed my bag on an episode that she did with her daughter. And I was sitting there watching it with my daughter, and we were both knitting, and she was like, and it was like so cool to her that somebody said like my name on a YouTube video, and she was so impressed. It was really cute. It's like she thought I was famous for a second, but obviously not. But it was really, really cute. And anyway, then she was all inspired, and she was like, can I do an episode with you? And I was like, yeah, definitely. So that's probably going to be something coming up in the next few weeks. We'll do a little episode together. It'll probably be a very short episode, just kind of showing what she's doing, and maybe I'll talk about a little thing that I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. That should be really fun. Anyway, I will link this below as well. All of the patterns I'll post below so you can check them out for yourself. Anyway, that's a great pattern for a beginner. It's so good. It's so good. That's all I have as far as knit patterns. what else? So I have some things that I've sewn that I'll show you now. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been really inspired by historical sewing, and I've been doing all of my sewing, mostly all of my sewing by hand, using historical hand sewing methods that I've learned. I took some classes online with Bernadette Banner, and with her Instagram is Sewn Stories. And I love her Instagram and her little videos on YouTube. She always says, do you remember what your hands can do? And I love that little saying because it's true, I think, that a lot of people have forgotten what their hands can do, and that creating things by hand, it brings so much more connection to that thing. And it doesn't have to be, obviously it doesn't have to be sewing, right? It could be knitting, it can be any sort of crafting, even just crafting, you know, little things with your children, or baking or cooking or gardening, or really anything at all that you just kind of like physically do with your hands because it feels good to do it. And I love the idea of doing things in a really kind of classic or historical way. Something I really enjoy learning about is the history of craft and kind of doing things the old-fashioned way. You know, even when it comes to like something, I've always loved knitting, but something that's really led me down this path of like natural, you know, using linen and real pure wool without nylon, is that like I live a really natural lifestyle, just because I like feeling grounded and rooted to the earth, to the planet, to Mother Nature. I feel really drawn to like the moon cycles and my like womanly cycle and things like that. So yeah, so I really like that expression. And yeah, you should try hand sewing. If you've never tried it before, it may seem daunting, but it doesn't take nearly as long as you think it would. And if you like to knit, it feels similar. It's still that kind of slow, meditative, you know, if you're a process knitter, especially. Some people knit because they like the product, and that's awesome. I personally knit because I like the product, yes, but I love the process. I love actually just sitting down and having something in my hands, whether it be sewing or knitting or, you know, punching flower or gardening, anything like that. I just love doing stuff with my hands. So anyway, some things that I've sewn lately. I hand sewed this kerchief headscarf, which is not like a big thing, but it's linen, and I think I'm gonna do some embroidery on it. I'm not sure what yet, but it's a great little scarf to tie your hair back. I'm looking forward to wearing it during the summer, to kind of protect my hair and keep it out of my face. And it's great for like, you know, those days in between washes where you just, you know, want to cover your hair. I'm really excited about this dress that I recently finished hand sewing. So I bought the book. Oh, I should have brought that book up to show you, but it's all the way downstairs now. It's the Learn to Sew book by AllWell Workshop. And her box top pattern is something I had been wanting to do for a while. And then when I saw that she was putting a book out, in the back of the book, there's a little folder with a bunch of her patterns. And the really cool thing about her patterns is that they're really hackable. So her top pattern, the box top pattern, can be a ruffle top. It can be long, elongated to be a tunic with patch pockets. It can be made into a dress, which is what I did. And I've seen some other people do this, and it's the cutest top because it's like not a tank top, but it's not a t-shirt, and it just covers like the tiny bit of your shoulder. It's like a teeny tiny tee, and it's very, for me, I find really flattering. So this dress is sewn entirely by hand. Even like the gathers and everything I did by hand. The neckline. I love the box tee because you don't have to, you can just roll it in instead of having to do like a bias binding, which I find bias binding kind of annoying to hand sew. So I love patterns that I can just kind of roll in and sew. And of course I put pockets in. I think if I were to make another one, I'd like to do some patch pockets in the front instead of inside pockets. But yeah, so the inside is all the seams are flat felled. There's no kind of showing. And I chose to do a thread that was not the same color because I kind of just like looking at the stitches. Like I made those, you know, it makes it feel so much more handmade, and I like to see them. And then I put a little patch on the back, which I love so much. This is by Addie Best. She does lino cut and then prints with on linen patches. And the ink that she uses is machine, like it's washable, so it won't come off. I love this sweet little heart hand patch kind of on the back of the dress, kind of saying like, hi, I love you, you know, it's just really sweet. I love her patches. I have signed up for her Patreon because if you sign up for like her second tier, I think it is, you get a patch every month in the mail, and it's really fun. It kind of feels like, you know, when you're a kid and you sign up for like a magazine or something that you get every month in the mail, Highlights magazine or whatever. Yeah, you just get this little like surprise, and you don't know what the patch is going to be. Every month it's different. And so I have a few now, and actually I think there's another couple of downstairs that I didn't bring up, but I have this sweet like tea kettle. I mean, come on, look at that. It has feet. That is just amazing. And look, a teapot with a little house. Look at all those tiny little details. And this sweet little heart one, I'm definitely gonna put on one of my daughter's things that I make for them, because they're gonna love that one. And I think, yeah, downstairs I have a pink one with like a fish. It's so good. I love them. It's my favorite little treat to myself every month. I'd much rather pay for that than, I don't know, like a Netflix account or something, because it's really fun. So this is my AllWell box top dress hack. It's so like kind of oversized and comfortable, and I love it very, very much. Yeah. Oh, yes. And so what I'm wearing today, hold on a second. Let's see if I can, I don't even know if I'll get a full shot. I put a little reel up today of this skirt for Me Made May. But it's so cool. This is a self-drafted skirt that I made based on historical like walking skirts. So basically, ow, I just hit my ankle on the rocking chair. Okay. So basically it ties up 2 times. It has a front tie and a back tie. Oh, I just undid the back tie. I meant to undo the front tie. Hang on a second. Okay. So yeah, this is cool. So it goes, it's got this back tie that I bring forward and wrap around and tie. And I self-drafted this pattern. It's not difficult. You just have to make 2 like long ties, and then the front piece and the back piece I cut the full length of fabric, and then I just measured how long I would want it, and I put the I made the front tie shorter because it doesn't need to wrap around 2 times. And that's it. And it's full. It's a super full skirt and it's really flowy. I love it very much. It's so comfortable. It fits perfectly all the time. So like if, you know, I ate too much, I can just loosen it a bit and it fits comfortably. Or let's say, you know, it's that time of the month, or I've just gained some weight because I ate too many cookies or whatever, you know, or like it's wonderful for, say you want to wear it over layers because it's really cold where I live and I wear jeans under my clothes all the time because the thick cotton is nice and warm. Or, you know, you want to wear it over another skirt to stay warm, or you're pregnant, it'll still fit over the top of your belly, or you're postpartum, it'll still fit and feel comfortable and feel flattering so that you just feel good in your clothes. So it's really great to have clothes that fit throughout all of the stages of your life. I just feel like buying postpartum and pregnancy clothes and, you know, that time of the month clothes or whatever, it's just like, that's just a lot of clothes to have when you can make like wrap kind of style clothes that fits no matter what. And it's so comfortable all the time. And I'm just obsessed. And I don't think I'll make skirts with elastics anymore or zippers or anything. I think that they will all be tie skirts so that I just always feel, you know, cute and comfortable. Yeah, and this again is all hand sewn. I didn't write a pattern. I didn't cut anything. I didn't make anything on like tracing paper or anything like that. I just cut rectangles, cut these like long strips, sewed them all up, and that was it. It's really simple. You can do it too. I think that the only thing next time, either I would like to try to find a way to make some pockets here where these openings are, and I think I've thought of a way to do that. Or something I really want to do is make like a historical pocket where it's you have a pocket on like a string and you tie it underneath your skirts, and that would be really fun because then I can, you know, just be a nerd about historical clothing, but also because then I can have this one pocket and put some embroidery on it and wear it underneath whatever skirts I'm wearing, or under my jacket or whatever. I think that might be a project that I want to do pretty soon. That's something I've been thinking about a lot now during Me Made May. I'm thinking about like putting all of these outfits together with clothing that I've personally made myself. And I'm thinking, what do I need for it to be complete? So I'm thinking I really, really, really want to make some kind of bloomers or like long underwear with a really light linen, something that kind of ties at the top and ties around the like leg to go just under and up higher as well, depending on, because if I want to wear like shorter skirts in the summer, when it actually gets warm here, it would be nice to have some bloomers. It's really windy where I live all the time, even in the summer. So wearing short skirts is basically, even like above the knee skirts is basically impossible unless you wear biker shorts or something underneath, because your skirt's gonna go up no matter what. So I think if I make some like bloomer under skirt pants kind of things, that would be really helpful. It would keep me warmer, and it would kind of push me away from having to wear biker shorts that almost all, you know, they're tight fitted. They, even if you buy organic cotton bloomer or biker shorts, they still have nylon and things like that in them, which I would like to try to avoid if I can. So that's something I really want in my wardrobe. Also some just underskirts, like slips. I would really like to have So I think those are two things I would like to make out of some like thinner linen. And an apron. I really want to make an apron because I cook a lot, and my baby, she's 2, so she's always going around with like something on her hands, and I keep getting little stains and things like that on my clothing. So I'd like to have an apron, and I really want to make the apron by It's So Becca. She has the sweetest, it's a pinafore style apron that goes on the front and the back, and it has these 2 long ties that you can tie kind of like different ways. So it's also like a dress, like you could wear it over your clothes, or you could wear it as a dress, whatever you wanted. So I think I would like to make one of those. Yeah, as far as sewing goes, I mean, knitting, I'm constantly wanting to knit things. So there's so many patterns I see that I just want to make. Right now, okay, I made this dress for my baby. Look at this. This is amazing. This is the Tiny Designs Smock Dress pattern, which is my favorite dress pattern. I've made it for both of my girls numerous times. It usually has like a loop and a button in the back, but this one I wanted to make it a tie. And I think that'll be easier to do up for me, because my toddler just loves to run away from me constantly when I'm trying to get her dressed. So getting a button inside of a little loop is not easy. But I love this smock dress because, kind of like an apron, it's loose fitting. You can wear leggings and long sleeve shirt. You can wear a sweater underneath it. You can wear a sweater over top of it. It's really layerable, and it looks really cute oversized. So if you make a few sizes up, it looks really cute, but then it fits for so long that it's worth, when you're sewing things for children and they grow out of it super quickly, that can feel very frustrating. So this will fit for so long that it won't feel frustrating when she grows out of it too quickly, because it'll fit her for like a year or so or more if you make it really oversized. So these like color wave blocks are inspired by Justice. Her Instagram is Thread and Sprout. So she makes dresses like this, adult size dresses, to sell, and they're gorgeous and I love them. They're called the nature dress because I get kind of like the color like pattern that you go with. I think she does a lot of them like inspired by seeing rolling mountains and hills and ocean and things like that. So this one was really, the colors I have are very inspired by where I live. The winter especially, we have the most beautiful sunsets with these like big bright colors, and all of the nature around it has these like orange and red hues, and the green hills, and then like the dirt and rocky mountains. So yeah, now I have to make another one for Aura, who is 7, because if I make one for the baby, Etheria, of course I have to make one for her too. But this I took on as a crazy project with hand sewing. I hand sewed the entire thing, all of the block coloring and everything I hand sewed. And I think it's just turned out so sweet. I made the front a tiny bit shorter than the back so that it kind of drapes down like this. And even on the inside here, everything, all the seams have been flat felled, and the join here, I've got like a bias binding, so there's no kind of raw fabric anywhere, which will just like make the dress last so much longer. Hopefully it lasts so long, and then I don't know, maybe I'll get to gift it to somebody when Etheria's finished with it, or put it in a box and love it forever. I think I should give it to somebody though, because it's just wonderful. Hopefully I'll get some videos of her wearing that really soon, or some pictures of us like frolicking, doing some hiking. I just can't wait to go do some hiking. And then the last sewing project that I have, I did not hand sew, I sewed by machine, because it's a wool fabric. So this is so beautiful. It's a Harris tweed. It's green with like rust lines going through it. It's really warm. It's got yellows, greens, rusts, little flecks of blue and gray, but it's mostly really warm. It's the most beautiful color. I ordered this from Merchant and Mills. And I sewed, the pattern for this jacket is the Lichen Duster by Sew Liberated. So it's not technically a coat pattern. It's a duster pattern, but I've made it really warm coat style. This is just the most beautiful coat. It's insanely big and flowy, and hopefully I'll get some like B-roll footage of me walking around with it outside, and I'll probably, that'll be in the intro, so maybe you will have already seen it. It's got a kind of like roll collar, and it's got these giant pockets. It's like wearing a big wool dress, basically, outdoors. And I follow the pattern to a T other than the sleeves. I wanted them to be a balloon sleeve, kind of more classic with a cuff. The pattern calls for just kind of like a straight cuff, like a regular jacket, but I would have been rolling up my sleeves constantly anyway, because I don't like my sleeves down over my hands. So I did this instead, and I think it looks really, really nice. I'll try it on, but you won't be able to see all of it because it's gigantic. So it's just the nicest pattern. It's the balloon sleeves, and it's got these giant pockets that I love. And the back is my favorite, I think. Just the line here, and then these darts, I feel are so flattering. I love it. It makes me very happy and very warm. It's so perfect for our weather because it's cold here, but it's also really wet. And I find real wool is like the only thing that can actually keep me really, really warm and cozy and dry feeling. That's it. Those are all of my projects. Those are all my completed projects. So right now I'm not sewing anything. I need to cut the fabric to make another one of these for Aura, and I need to figure out what I want to do next. I think it might be the pinafore apron, because I already have the fabric for that. I really want some bloomers, but I have to order the fabric. I think a friend of mine and I are going to do a little linen order together, because shipping to where I live is always extremely expensive. So it's good to go in on orders together. Let's see. I got a couple of new kind of things. I made an order. I've never ordered from these guys before. They're called FIA FIA. They're like a newer yarn shop in Halifax, and they only sell like real wool, no nylon or anything like that. And it's such a cute little shop. It's in this like little house kind of. It looks so quaint and cottagey, and I just wish that I could actually go there. We don't have any yarn shops where I live, and it's very, very, very devastating. My dream is to open my own yarn shop here, so hopefully one day I will get to do that. But yeah, FIA FIA, it's so cute. I ordered some, I've done a lot of like really chunky knitting over the winter, and now I really want to do some light spring knitting. So I ordered some knitting for Olive. This is the Rose Clay. I'm knitting a little cardigan for the little baby, and then I have to knit a little cardigan for my other daughter, of course. I got some of this dark cognac to work on another project that I've been working on for a little while, and very, very sadly, I just tried on, when I kind of mostly got the body done, I just tried it on and it's too small. Definitely it's too small. So I checked my gauge and it was really, really off. And so now I have to frog the whole thing back, which I wouldn't be too disappointed about, but I was knitting it with one strand of mohair and one strand of Plotulopi unspun, and I think that frogging back that one strand of unspun is going to be like damn near impossible. I don't know. I think I might just start it all over again. Or maybe I'll try to salvage the mohair, but mohair is so hard to pull back too. I don't know what to do. I really want the sweater. It's this beautiful rusty color, and the sweater is a cardigan that's kind of light feeling, like really fluffy. It has balloon sleeves and it's cropped to go with dresses, and it would look so nice with this black skirt. That's kind of what I was thinking about pairing it with mostly. No, I don't know what to do now. I think I'm just gonna have to order more of the same wool and start all over again. But I still have some of this, so that's good. And then I ordered some black mohair and merino, because I want to knit some penny witch gloves. Some witch gloves. I'm going to do a witch glove workshop here where I live. That's going to be my next workshop, which will be really, really fun. And then also from FIA FIA, I got these Cocoa Knits leather cord and needle stitch holder kit, which is really cool. And at first it took me a while to like figure out how the leather goes into the little needle, but it has like an internal screw that you screw on. And yeah, it's lovely. So you've got the metal needles, and this makes it so much easier to put it through the fabric. If you want to like take your project and take it off the needles and try it on or something like that. And I don't feel like the leather is going to come out of these, so it feels really secure. And the leather smells like leather, which is a nice smell to me. It's really like natural feeling, so there's no plastic or anything like that. Avoid plastic at all costs. And then I also I got this gifted to me, which is the LUMOS and LUMOS knitting light, and I use this so much, especially knitting this black linen, and I used black linen thread, which is, it's so hard to see what you're doing if you're doing any sort of knitting at night, which I think I do a lot of because I have kids. So when they go to bed, I'm like, ooh, get my knitting. Anyway, this thing's awesome. It has different light features. So it has this one, which is like white and warm. And then you click it again and it's warm, warm. And then you click it again and it's cold, cold. I really like the warm light in the evening. And it really helps. So here's my project I'm working on now. It's great for like, I like to knit in my room when my baby's asleep and she sleeps in the room with me, so I don't have to have a big bright light on, and I can listen to my audiobook on my headphones and do some knitting. And it does, it's super helpful. So they're not really expensive either. I think they're only like $49 or something like that Canadian, which is probably like $39 American. but they are not very expensive, and they're very, very, very nice to use. I used mine like even in the day a lot when I was working on my black skirt. So yeah, these guys, you should check them out. So this, what I'm working on here now, is a little cardigan for my baby. So a little summer knit. We wear sweaters even in the summer where I live. So some light, like really light wool is great for mornings and evenings. And all spring we'll use them, and before we know it, it'll be fall and we'll need them again anyway. So this is the Rose Clay by Knitting for Olive. It is so stinking soft for children, because you know how sensitive they are about scratchy wool. I really like Knitting for Olive for that reason. And it's all wool, no nylon. It's a really pretty, like, girly color, but not overly to the point where it's like, so it's still kind of neutral, which I really love. Colors that are, you know, look like they can be found in nature. And I think it will look so cute with this dress back here. It's like the next layer, you know? It's gonna be so sweet. This is the Ellen's cardigan by Petit Knit. I've knit this already once before, actually. This was my daughter's sweater last year for summer, and it's all hitched up, and she still wears it all the time though. And it's got these cute little pockets that I mean, if it's got pockets, it's just gold, right? So yes, this one's too small for her. It gets to go in the drawer of small things. It's the benefit of knitting for my older daughter, is that when she outgrows things, then it can be passed down at least. But the really small things, they sit. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm not working on anything sewing, but I have to soon cut some fabric. My least favorite part of sewing is cutting the fabric. And those are all the projects and all of the acquisitions that I have. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. So hopefully we'll do another episode really soon with Aura as well, so she can show off her little shawl that she's knitting. And if you want to hear more about natural, you know, crafting and whatever I jamble about, I would love it if you would like and subscribe and leave a comment. I love chatting with people afterwards about stuff in the video, and if you have any questions, I'll be really happy to answer. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you've watched for this long, it's gonna be about an hour-long video, I guess, because I haven't made one in a while. So I hope that wherever you are, you've got some sunshine, and I'll chat with you guys again soon. Happy Me Made May!